As the first week of the second impeachment trial comes to a close, I find myself completely lost. 4 hours of hearings and so much terminology thrown around from experts. I needed to hear from real Americans what was happening. But with a deadly pandemic, I couldn't get out into the world and find out. So I turned to the best news source, the internet. I didn't want to seem like a big American idiot, so I put on my worst accent and went online to find out what Americans knew about the trial.
Hey man, hi. How are you? Could you tell me what's going on in the impeachment trial? Could you explain to me what's going on in the impeachment trial?
I don't know.
Hi, could you do me a favor and explain to me the Trump impeachment trial?
No.
After a few failed attempts, I finally found some top minds to really explain to me what's going on.
Do you
I
know?
don't. I know he got impeached for the second time, but I'm not following the trial.
Okay,
They can't impeach Trump. He's not in office.
okay. Well, why is it happening?
I don't know.
The impeachment?
Yeah. Can you explain to me
Okay.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
Okay, so they feel like Trump used his power because of his supporters, his rioters. They attacked the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
So they feel like he overused his power in a bad way. So they're impeaching him for that.
Hi, could you explain to me the Trump impeachment trial?
Yeah, essentially, one branch of the government is trying to punish the other branch of the government for something that the other branch of the government had barely anything to do with. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because the government still has more power than what some dude who is rich has to say.
Okay.
It was informative to hear in layman's terms what this all meant, and sometimes they would add unprompted political opinions.
What country are you from?
Mexico?
Well, then, you know what? Mexico is a perfectly fun country. I've been there before.
Yeah.
However, if you want to come into my country, you should do it through legal means.
Uh, okay. I don't think I ever thought about going to America.
Well, I've never thought about going to Mexico.
Nice.
After a few conversations, I still felt a little confused. Thankfully, I found one user to tell me the hidden truth behind the impeachment trial.
It's stupid. It's not constitutional at all, and they're just doing it to distract the fact that we're not getting checks for $2,000. The thing's a distraction because the party that ran against him promised $2,000 check coronavirus stimulus checks, and they're only giving you $1,400 instead of $2,000, and they lied about it. So that's why they're having it. It's a huge distraction from the
Okay.
country's problems.
Overall, I believe I learned a lot, and thank you to all my friends online for educating me.